and cities from coast to coast are protesting this parade in Washington, D.C. We have our Alex Perche on the ground in Washington, D.C., Ike Ajachi right here in New York City, and Alex Stone in downtown Los Angeles. Alex Perche, you're just feet away from the route where a different scene is taking place. Describe to us what you're hearing from protesters against this parade, but then also the administration at this hour.
Yeah, well, Morgan, so what you're looking at right now, I mean, it's the tail end of the largest permanent protest here in Washington, D.C. today. We saw upwards of 2,000 people march from here, Logan Circle, down to Lafayette Park, which is right in front of the White House. And look, they were in opposition to that military parade celebrating President Trump's 79th birthday and also the Army's 250th birthday. And, you know, the crowd today was a mix. We saw retirees and recent grads. We saw lifelong activists, and then there are also military vets. But we talked to a number of those vets who said that, you know, this was their first protest, and they were drawn out today specifically because of what they had seen going on in California and also the president's remarks at Fort Bragg about the military. And that's something that they wanted to make their voices heard. And look, there were a number of groups that decided to cancel protests today in D.C. based off of the president's comments earlier this week about there being force against protesters. But for a lot of those vets, they said they felt compelled specifically to be here to make sure that that their voices were heard by the White House.
All right, and let's bring in Ike Ajachi, because Ike, we understand that protesters are braving the rain in New York City. I can see the umbrellas right behind you as well. What is the latest there? What are you seeing?
Yeah, Morgan, this is a protest of epic proportions. I'm standing right in front of Fifth Avenue, the same Fifth Avenue where President Donald Trump said that he could famously shoot somebody and get away with it. Right now, there are over 100,000 people filmed that same street saying that they want no kings in their government. We're being told about 100 to 250,000 protesters have filled this street, everything with their voices to the countless amount of signs that we've seen here. Everything that says no oligarchy to, of course, that infamous sign referring to Trump as a taco, obviously referring to his negotiation skills. Now, we're being told that this entire protest closed down Fifth Avenue from 42nd Street all the way down to 23rd here. And this has really been going on for about 3 hours now. You can see right behind me, this is literally just finishing. Police officers here are making sure that this protest remained peaceful, which it has throughout this entire afternoon. And you can see right now they're still working on crowd control as everybody is starting to dissipate, as again, this protest has been going on for 3 hours now. But what we're seeing right here is the culmination of a massive effort all around the country to lend these people's voices heard and let this administration know that they are not okay with what they're seeing from their immigration policy.
You know, Ike, that is certainly a crowd right behind you there. I want to go to Alex Stone over in L.A. You know, Alex, we've been talking with you all morning on the growing number of people gathering where you are. How strict are law enforcement officials on the curfew that they're setting in place for downtown Los Angeles tonight?
Yeah, Morgan, they're all over the downtown area in case things do get out of control tonight. Most of the marches have now ended for today. Everybody's kind of come here outside of City Hall. You can see people are on top of the bus coverings there and really packed into this area. But at one point, firefighters and the LAPD believe there are around 20,000 people who were here in the downtown area, to the point where it was so busy that they were saying, look, if you have a medical emergency, firefighters and paramedics won't be able to get in. Things are calming down right now. No big incidents here. It's been more like a street fair at times as people have been dancing and they've had live bands and that sort of thing beginning to wrap up here now. The worry about tonight, there is a curfew in place again tonight. The LAPD is calling for calm. Morgan.
All right, D.C., L.A., New York, the No Kings protest underway right now. Alex Perche, Ike Ajachi, and Alex Stone, thank you so much.